Every property hides a number that few can truly understand. Price is what you see, but value is what you discover. Banks trust numbers, courts depend on them, and behind every number stands a valuer. One report can approve or reject crores, because wrong valuation creates loss, but right valuation creates power. You may see a building, but a valuer sees layers: land, structure, income, potential. Not everyone can define value, but those who can stand apart. Valuation is not just a subject, it is a multidisciplinary science, where economics meets finance, law meets analytics, and knowledge meets judgment. From DCF to HBU, from market cycles to financial modeling, valuation is built on powerful tools. It is not scattered theory, it is a structured system designed for professional mastery. A complete ecosystem covering everything from land to litigation to global valuation standards. Because in the real world, valuation drives decisions. Loan approvals, investment strategies, project feasibility, dispute resolutions, all depend on one thing: accurate valuation. A single calculation can influence crores. And now, the future is changing. Artificial intelligence, big data, GIS, BIM, digital twins. Technology is transforming valuation, and the next generation valuer must be ready. Because tomorrow's valuer is not just an expert, but a combination of technology, finance, and law. This is your opportunity to transform your career, from engineer to certified valuer, from local practice to global opportunities, where your expertise can influence decisions worth crores. This is not just learning, this is a profession of responsibility, authority, and impact. So, if you want to understand value, if you want to create impact, if you want to build a powerful career, start your valuation journey today.
Real estate valuation is not just a calculation, it is a discipline built on strong foundations. It begins with understanding the origin of the profession, the evolution of valuation, and the core concepts that define value itself. At the heart of valuation lies one critical principle: highest and best use, where every property is analyzed for its most productive potential. Urban land economics further explains how cities shape value, while ethics, professionalism, and legal responsibility define the valuer's true mandate. Moving forward, valuation standards bring structure and global alignment. From international frameworks like IVS to their adaptation in India, these standards ensure consistency, credibility, and transparency in every valuation. But valuation is not limited to property alone. It is deeply connected with commerce and economic systems. Microeconomics explains demand, supply, pricing, and market behavior, while macroeconomics addresses inflation, investment, and the overall economy. Bookkeeping and accountancy provide financial clarity through structured records, cost analysis, and profitability assessment. Statistics and probability enable data-driven decisions through analysis, forecasting, and interpretation of market trends. Insurance and loss assessment add another dimension, helping evaluate risk, compensation, and financial protection. Finally, financial mathematics forms the backbone of valuation, introducing concepts like time value of money, interest, and advanced financial calculations. Together, these elements create a powerful foundation, a foundation that transforms valuation from a simple estimate into a structured, scientific, and professional practice.
Real estate valuation is not only about numbers, it is deeply rooted in law, regulation, and governance. To understand value, one must first understand the legal framework that defines property rights. It begins with the Constitution of India, establishing the foundation of ownership, rights, and governance.
From there, a wide network of general laws shapes every real estate transaction, including contract law, specific relief, easements, registration, and partnership structures. Legal instruments such as negotiable instruments, arbitration mechanisms, and consumer protection laws ensure fairness, enforceability, and accountability in property dealings. At the same time, civil and criminal laws define dispute resolution, liabilities, and legal consequences, making valuation an essential component in judicial processes. Moving further, real estate-specific laws bring deeper clarity and control. The Transfer of Property Act defines how property is legally transferred, while RERA introduces transparency, accountability, and protection for buyers and investors. Land acquisition laws govern compulsory acquisition, while town planning, zoning, and building regulations shape the physical and economic potential of land. Environmental laws add another critical dimension, where factors like pollution, sustainability, and compliance directly influence property value. Special legislations such as stamp duty laws, SARFAESI, PMLA, and Benami regulations impact financial structuring, security enforcement, and ownership transparency. Alongside law, taxation plays a powerful role in valuation. Income tax, GST, stamp duty, and property tax all influence transaction costs, investment decisions, and overall market behavior. Fiscal policies not only affect pricing, but also determine the feasibility and profitability of real estate projects. In the corporate domain, the Companies Act provides a structured framework for valuation, covering mergers, acquisitions, restructuring, and insolvency processes. Here, the valuer plays a critical role, ensuring fair value determination in complex financial environments. Business and enterprise valuation further integrates real estate into larger corporate structures, including REITs, infrastructure investments, goodwill, and intangible assets. Finally, ethics forms the backbone of the valuation profession. Independence, integrity, confidentiality, and professional competence are not optional, but essential. A valuer must navigate conflicts of interest, ensure transparency, and uphold the highest standards of conduct. Because in the world of real estate, value is not just determined, it is justified, defended, and trusted. This is the true power of legal and taxation frameworks in valuation.
What if you could move beyond basic valuation and start making real strategic decisions? This is where real estate valuation transforms from simple calculation into decision science. Inside this system, you don't just learn methods, you master them. The market approach teaches you how to read real transactions. The income approach unlocks the power of cash flow, DCF, and investment logic. And the cost approach gives you clarity on asset replacement and depreciation. But true expertise lies in knowing when to use what. That's where professional judgment begins. You learn how to apply highest and best use, so every property is valued not for what it is, but for what it can become. From land valuation to building performance to complex and specialized assets, you gain complete control over real-world valuation scenarios. This is not limited to theory. You learn how to structure valuation reports that stand scrutiny, how to analyze markets using real data and cycles, and how to support financial decisions in lending and investment. And when it comes to disputes, you don't just calculate value, you defend it. Because here, valuation becomes evidence. This is where professionals are built, where numbers turn into insight and insight turns into decisions worth crores. If you want to move from learning valuation to mastering it as a strategic skill, this is your next level.
What if valuation was no longer just about property, but about technology, intelligence, and global opportunities? Welcome to the future of real estate valuation. This advanced system takes you beyond traditional methods into a world powered by big data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Here, valuation is enhanced through blockchain transparency, digital twins, BIM models, and real-time GIS mapping. You don't just learn valuation, you experience how technology is transforming it. From ESG and sustainability to climate risk and green building premiums, you understand how the future directly impacts value. But this is not limited to real estate alone. You gain expertise in plant and machinery, financial assets, intangible assets, and complete business valuation. From enterprise value to shareholder value, you step into the world of corporate decision-making. This system also gives you a strategic edge. Through project management, cost control, risk analysis, and construction dynamics, you understand valuation from the ground reality. Even design, architecture, and interiors become part of value creation. And beyond numbers, you explore behavioral economics, global megatrends, and future market shifts. This is where Indian valuers step onto the global stage, with international standards, global opportunities, and a clear roadmap to build an international practice. But what truly makes this system powerful is how you learn. Through structured mind maps for complete clarity, point-to-point control over every concept, critical analysis of landmark case laws with deep insights, MCQs designed for examination success, and practical FAQs that solve real-world challenges. This is not just advanced learning. This is professional evolution, from traditional valuer to future-ready global expert. If you want to stay relevant, lead the industry, and master valuation at the highest level, this is your next transformation.